Hi, I'm Maud Garrett from the Carol Burnett Show channel, and I'm so excited to celebrate one of the greatest living legends in television history, Carol Burnett.
Coming up tonight, interviews from the red carpet including Billy Porter, Bob Mackie, Cher, Dame Julie Andrews, Jane Lynch, Scott Bakula, Vicki Lawrence, and Carol Burnett herself.
The Carol Burnett Show ran for a whopping 11 seasons and won 23 Emmys. Carol Burnett bringing the laughs every single week. And tonight we get to celebrate her here in Hollywood for Carol Burnett, 90 years of laughter and love. Did you ever think in a million years that the success of your programming would live on in such a way?
I never, no, because we started in 1967, so who knew? But isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, isn't that fantastic? Well, we're going down memory lane here. Favorite moment, what are you most proud of as well? You achieved so much in that time.
Oh, there's so many things I'm proud of and that I'm happy. And actually going to be shown tonight